Timer is set. I believe this is episode 16.
Welcome to the Now We Go podcast, episode 16. Big Uncle Zach over here with J.M. Holland.
Yo, what up?
Mike Fauerbach.
Hi.
What's up, guys? Monday. We missed last Monday because we were coming home from one of the epicenters of coronavirus, El Paso, Texas, which is the home of the players and pimps. I was screwed and chopped. We were listening to a lot of Paul Wall and a lot of Mike Jones when we were down in Texas. I heard Mike Jones is putting his number out again. Is that just, or were people just bringing that back?
Yeah, people are just.
Oh, people are just bringing it back.
Texas is
I
big
thought
in
he
the
was
news right now.
Yeah. Texas is the home of the. Dude, I love that one. I heard one. I listened to a lot of songs because we were just driving around that I totally forgot about from the Swisha House and all the Texas rappers, and there was the main. I forget who the main guy was. The DJ. There was Slim Thug. I forgot about him.
He was my fave out of the group.
In the
Michael Watts.
Yeah, Michael Watts.
Yeah,
Michael Watts.
Michael Watts.
He never said shit. He just DJ. Michael Watts keep me hot. There's like Paul Wall. He's like, Michael Watts is like Mr. Miyagi. He calls me Paul Wally's son. But Texas was awesome. So got to hang out with all the guys. Eddie ran the show Jiu-Jitsu Overtime. A lot of people talk shit about it, but a lot of people liked it. A lot of people are also retarded. So I don't really.
A lot of retards.
I don't.
Lot of retards.
I don't respect your opinion on that one. So your back control or armbar price sucks. People were like texting me like, "Yo, when's Grace up? I can't believe it was just overtime. That's whack." I'm like, you're like your mom's fucking whack, dude. Don't question that shit. Because here's the thing, I just don't want to see two guys scissor the whole time for 15 minutes or 10 minutes. And then they just go to the OTs anyway. So it's really cool to see. And listen, some of the best guys that are in sub only right now are on that shit, which is sick.
Wasn't the name of it Overtime Only?
Yeah, people are stupid. They don't fucking look into it for 5 seconds. What time's Grace on? Shut up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
Sorry,
end.
I'm fired up.
It's at the
Yeah,
end.
figure it out, dude. You think it's right in the beginning? You think she's kicking off the show?
Yeah.
You
People like
dummy.
to-
You think it's prelims?
Yeah.
People like to bitch and complain about shit that wouldn't even like it's during this is like during a pandemic and all these people are flying out there trying to put a show on for you.
Yeah.
And they just shut the fuck up, dude.
It's just like the finishers tournament. People always got some shit to say about it, but you know what? I keep a mental, I'm diabolical.
Fart in your general direction, dude.
I'm a diabolical prick at some time, so I'm not going to allow... I just remember when you said some stupid shit, and I'll just ignore your messages, and you never...
And then you need something.
Yeah.
Can I get my purple belt?
I really like the finishers. I always wanted to be in it. And I'm like, yeah, you keep wanting, dude, because you pissed me off.
You're a
and I'm
fuckboy.
holding grudges, you know? If I was... been watching a lot of Vampire Diaries, so... if I was a vampire, dude, I'd hold that grudge for like thousands of years, dude.
Just write it down.
Thousands, you know?
Gotta write it down.
Great coffee.
Mental checkbook. But yeah, dude, the coffee is great. Also, El Paso is kind of weird. There wasn't that many people. Like, some of the businesses were closed and stuff, but it was really cool. Grace won her match. Had some sick attacks. Like,
Congratulations, boys.
She went
Congratulations.
Thanks, man. She
Nothing
went
to
for. You saw her go for a leg lock too. Grace has never really gone for. I've never seen her actually attack a leg lock in competition. Besides, she kind of went for one on Rakako Yuas in Quintet over in Japan. But Grace is big in Japan, by the way. So, but yeah, so that's crazy. She won her match. Awesome. We got to give her a black belt afterwards. So, and I believe right now Grace is the youngest black belt in the world.
Yeah, like the youngest good one.
Yeah. No, I don't think, and I'm not talking about karate like, you hanging out in a class full of kids and you got your black belt breaking boards and stuff. It's not like it was back in the day. That's possible. There are a lot of black belts like that. Like when some woman's like, oh, I want to, when I was a brown belt, that used to always piss me off and it'd be like, oh, that's cool. What do you do for a living? I'm like, oh, I do jiu-jitsu. They're like, oh, you must be a black belt. I'm actually a brown belt. And they're like, oh, well, my son's a third degree black belt. Shut up. My son's 6. Although Grace got her black belt in karate when she was like, what?
Yeah, she was a young black belt when she got her karate black belt.
Was
They were
like,
pissed. They're like, dude, we can't be getting a 6-year-old a fucking black belt. They were pissed. They were pissed. She was good. She was tiny and good.
She's really good now. So that was really epic.
Been a black belt her whole life.
A lot of bloggers had things to say. Interesting.
If you write a blog, you're a pussy. 100%. If you write a blog, don't ever let me see you in real life. If I ever catch you in real life, I'm gonna snatch life out of you.
I'm gonna attack.
I hate bloggers.
I
dude.
like Frank Rosenthal still likes that one when we bring it up. It's the old Tom DeBlas making threatening phone calls. I'll never forget that one. When he's like, when I see you, I'm gonna attack. No words. There's no words. So that was like on the boardwalk of the Jersey Shore or some shit like that. But yeah, so, just interesting to see.
Do you write a blog, Mike?
No.
Do you read any blogs? Are you a subscriber to any blogs?
No, never. I guess, what is a blog? Just a smaller form of a news?
It's like an internet
It's
news
one
article.
It's actually one single person's opinion on what he thinks either happened or is
Yeah,
true.
they do like a write-up about what they think happened and the facts, and they add whatever they want. And then no one ever... It's just out there forever.
Yeah, it's not fact checked.
Blogs are kind of...
You know what I mean? So
Don't people get upset about blogs, about what they say and do? It's like, dude, it's just a blog.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a
They
blog.
hold no real importance.
Like, that guy
It's
doesn't
not
know
actual.
shit.
If some guy is reading a blog on Facebook, like if you're going to Facebook for your news, like you're a retard. You know what I mean? Like that's where retarded people go to get news.
It is interesting to see what people write because, for the longest time they would never really, mention us or Grace or whatever. Now all of a sudden, I will give shout out to one blog, BJJ Heroes. They did a thing on us. That was cool.
They were like
Adam
they were like,
Christ, he
They
wrote
were
the
like
thing.
Grace is Chinese American. Like, what does that have to do with anything? Like, we can see she's Chinese. You know what I mean? Like, they always got to write some dumb shit like in the article to like, it's like a backhanded compliment.
It's like a Jiu-Jitsu Times type deal.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
hate
mean?
them motherfuckers. I don't even want to say them because
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to blow them up, but they're a piece of shit too.
Yeah. Fuck those guys.
Eddie had to tell us to like stop talking shit on all these blog sites because we shit on them so hard they complained to Eddie, and Eddie was like, guys, what's the problem?
Yeah.
What's the
He's like,
problem?
can we leave it go?
I was just shitting
Yeah.
on blogs for
It was nonstop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was like, Eddie was like, guys, is there any way that we can just squash it or leave it go? I'm like, I'll leave it go, but I'm not saying I'm sorry.
yeah.
That's got to be crazy to make that kind of waves that it gets back to him, and then
Yeah.
he like hits you guys up, and he's like, "Hey, I know you're doing your own thing."
Well,
but
we must have some type of pull.
No,
if I'm like,
instead of talking to me about it, they tattletale to Eddie about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Eddie.
You know what actually happened that time was we had a finishers tournament, and I was actually mad at the time because they wrote like a whole article about like another sub-only tournament that just started, and they like totally neglected to mention ours, but they mentioned all the guys that were in ours, and they mentioned the guy as if he was me. Like they wrote a story about another guy, like but me, and I was like, what the fuck? But that never happened to me. I was like a purple belt or something. I was like, what? I'm like, dude, I'm about to check these fools. And then I started like, oh, they don't want to share us because they're fake news.
Yeah,
I'm like, you're fake
now
news.
I remember.
And then
You guys
people
went
started
fucking crazy.
I was putting up about pictures of
It's so funny.
Putin and stuff. It was like, yeah, fake news. Jiu-Jitsu Times, that's fucking fake news. And then people
Yeah.
saw us at a tournament. We're like, man, you need to squash the beef, man. Jiu-Jitsu is all about squashing the beef. I'm like, fuck them, dude. They're the ones who, aren't reporting the real news, and that's bullshit. And then I got my students coming up to me like, oh, I'm like, dude, get that shit out of my face. I don't want to see those guys or know those people.
Yeah, we had to train our students not to look on blogs for their information.
Yeah.
We had to actually train people. Some people were really...
Yeah,
they're
because they
still
come up
stuck.
to you. You know
They'll
what I
come
mean?
up to
Like,
me
oh, man, look at this article.
Yeah.
What did they say about it? I'm like, dude, who gives a
Some
shit?
guy that jacks off to cartoons is writing something about jiu-jitsu. Pussies. Seriously, that's what they're doing. They fucking jack off on the internet and write jiu-jitsu stories.
Probably.
I jack off. I mean, everyone jacks off the internet, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, mostly.
more
them.
so that some more so than others. Some are like
I went back to
3
magazines.
times a day. You know what I mean?
Remember when people used to? I think we've talked about that before. Remember when people used to hide like porno mags like in the fucking woods?
I was just telling a story when we were up at the cabin about because they asked what it was like living with because I have 3 brothers, and I was like, there's just porno mags hidden
Yeah.
everywhere. Like there was an old deer coat and it had like a pocket in the back to put shells, and that's where the Playboys would go. You'd always be ransacking my brother's room.
In my one friend, I will leave him nameless, but my one friend's brother's room had like the drop ceiling like
Yeah,
this.
the drop
And he'd
ceiling was
always be
another
like-
good spot. The attic.
Yeah, we'd have no money. He's like, and he'd be like, dude, we got to get a little bit of weed. Let me go in and steal some from my brother, So he'd go in there, and like I remember one time he's like opening it up and moving it over, and just a whole bunch of mags fell out. And we're
Yeah.
just both like, we should probably look at them real quick just in case, see what they're all
Having
about.
to buy smut from gas stations.
So weird. Times have changed, man.
They
People have
have.
no idea. It's just like that one meme I saw where it was like, let's try to smoke this bowl like a mile in the woods behind the movie theater. Hopefully
Yeah.
no one calls the cops. And now people are like, yeah, I'll just hit this vape pen inside Target. No one's gonna
Yeah, does
know.
anyone even have like cruise spots anymore? Like we used to always smoke bowls back by the woods because we would have to drive around.
Well, that's actually, kids, take some advice from Uncle Zach. That's one of the dumbest things you could do. Like every time one of our younger guys like pulls up and they go to get in their car and their car just reeks of weed, I'm like, yo, dude, like, just pull up at a park.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go outside and smoke a joint and then get back in. It's not going to be as bad. You're going to fucking, if you get pulled over, I mean, you're
fucked.
going to, yeah, there's no, it's not even like, oh, maybe I'll get out of it because
No.
you want some. No, there's no getting out of it.
I got pulled over by a state trooper. I was speeding, and I had weed in my glove box the day before, and it was like really good shit that was like triple bagged. And the guy smelled it, and it was 2 days later, and he's like, you definitely have weed in this car, and I was like, no, I don't.
I do not.
He's like,
yeah.
I was like, dude, I don't smoke. I guess it's like for a girlfriend at the time, and he goes, I'm a state trooper. Do not call me dude. I was like, look, if you want to spend your day going through this car, you can.
Yeah.
I was like, but there's nothing
Have
in
at
here.
it.
He's like, all right, be a little bit more respectful. Here's a $125 ticket for speeding. I was like, fuck you.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's not cool.
No.
I
was speeding.
Yeah, there you go. We got a couple police officers training at the school now. That's pretty cool. The school's pumping, right? It's nice to see everybody, a lot of people getting back up on it.
You guys are fucking
just-
slammed every time you post pictures.
Yeah, well, a lot of
I don't
classes
even
are
post
packed, yeah.
pictures about my classes in there. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? There's just it's,
Saturday was insane.
Yeah.
Friday night was nuts, dude. Friday night, like when I left, when Renee was teaching, there was a slew of guys there, a bunch of new people.
There's guys like writing blogs about how like I'm not coming back to jiu-jitsu when they open. Like, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like a
something like
sad.
that.
It's like a guy in a gi with his black belt on, like all sad.
Yeah,
It's like, dude, people
shout
are-
out to Josh Adams. He keeps it posted.
Yeah, dude, the jiu-jitsu. I mean,
I told
some
you,
of
that's
the
it. Pour out a little liquor, dude, for
Oh
the
my
ones that we
God.
lost, man.
Yeah.
For
Is there
the
still
ones that we
people afraid
lost.
to go places?
dude. There's a lot of that.
Yeah,
There's people
there's definitely people afraid.
wearing a mask in their house, driving with their mask on.
Oh, the people driving.
Still going
Still.
on.
Did you
Still going
post the one where the guys were on the motorcycle but weren't wearing helmets? They were
Yeah,
wearing,
they don't have any gear. They have zero gear on going down the highway.
and they had masks on.
But we're gonna be scared of corona.
Yeah.
But if I fall, I'm gonna have level 4 road rash. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, they're the only one. I haven't seen anybody do anything crazy. I mean, I see a lot of people not wearing them or wearing them, whatever. But the only thing I can remember lately is when we, during the whole flight, we were, we wore them a little bit, but we didn't wear them like crazy. I mean, JM was happy that he had one on because he sat next to some guy eating a salad that was like,
that's
so then I'd probably be like, all right, dude, we'll just like a mask on, dude. Let me get out of here. In the one time we were leaving, we always rent a car when we go to these trips now, so that way we can just be out when we need to. Frank and Ethan went to go get in a van, and they didn't have masks on, and the guy was like, nah. The guy was like, get the hell out of here. You need to have a mask on. You can't get in this car without a mask. And he was like, oh, it's right up the road. Well, he also was sweaty and didn't have a shirt on either, so the guy was like,
Oh my God.
nah, bro, get the fuck out.
people don't want your money, then fuck them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was at I'll never eat at Chipotle again. I
Oh,
still
shit.
haven't learned my lesson about Chipotle, but like something about it, I still go back.
That's like Jimmy John's, yeah.
Yeah, I still go back every once in a while, but I just wanted something quick, so I went down. And the lady was standing outside with her mask on in front of the Chipotle, and I walk up, like, because you're allowed to do this. You're allowed to do the whole shirt thing, But she didn't let me in without, she wasn't going to let me do that. She, like, turned me away. So I'm
Wow.
like, all right, I wanted to, like, punch her in the throat and burn the Chipotle down when she denied me. You know what I mean?
But like you said, that is a real big.
She just did me a favor, though, because now I don't have to have diarrhea once a week anymore.
That's a big Karen area over there.
Yeah.
That's a huge.
Yeah, it's like Karen Central.
/ cuck / whatever you want to call it area over there. Over by in the back of the school area, like ShopRite area. Whoo!
Oh, yeah.
On Freemansburg
yeah.
Avenue.
You want to see some sheep, dude? You want to get real sleepy? Go down there. You can just count people and be like, oh, there goes another one. There goes another one. People are just fucking almost
funny.
crashing cars in there too.
That whole
Yeah.
development across from that plaza and that plaza.
They should just get like a really, really big tarp and like put it over that development, because that development's wearing a mask, basically.
Yeah.
That area's.
Wasn't a lot of masks in Port Jarvis. There was a guy, I loved it. There was a guy selling sabrets, on the side of the road, and my friend's like, "Should we stop?" And I'm like, "I'll totally eat hot dogs off this guy. He's like, no mask, definitely isn't washing his hands. I'll take your hot dogs, please, sir."
Yeah, but that's building your immunity. That's like now in New York and stuff. We would eat off carts and shit all the time, dude. When I work construction, we're constantly eating off weird carts and shit.
Yeah. Dude, if you want to live in your little bubble, then rock and roll, dude.
That's why
I'm over here on the other side.
I would have got worse shit from that dude than Corona.
Yeah. But you won't though, because you actually you do stuff.
The town didn't have. There was maybe we drove through, and the one guy was like, "Man, there's no masks here," and I was like, "Yep, there's probably 3 people wearing masks."
Well, how about Mayor Donchez in Bethlehem is sending out the cops and firefighters and all types of shit to do and liquor control board to do checks all through Bethlehem to see if
it's a great way to spend
being
money.
Up to code. It's a big way to start fights and fucking fine people and
fucking stupid.
Piss people off. You know, so
then I saw Wolf with the whole, now you have to have food when you're serving it, and then now these breweries that were hurting before got to fucking come up with different weird shit to serve.
Dude, it's food. It's only if you want to partake in that bullshit, then you can.
It's so fucking dumb.
I'm over here running
if
you know what I mean.
If you don't want to fucking go out to eat, don't go out to.
I'm
fucking
saying
eat.
The business, the guys that own businesses. It sucks that they even have they're even doing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I don't want to spend money at a place that's making me wear a mask.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, some of the
industry
such a joke
with the inspectors. You'd have one person that came in that was like a total Nazi by the book. This is wrong. Then you'd have another guy come in and he'd be like, he'd just walk in and be like, "All right, you guys are clean.
Looks good. Can you sign this?"
Yeah. Like, what do you, it's crazy what they want you to, even in food, what they want you to follow.
Everything. Every fucking guy who's in charge is a goddamn asshole. Like the fucking Pennsylvania commissioners got all these stupid rules. Like, dude, let people live their lives for Christ's sake. Get these old people to fuck out, man.
That's why Nazareth sucks. The board is all
a bunch of pussies.
People in probably their late 50s to 70s even.
Well, they'll start dying soon, and then we can start changing things.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah, but hopefully the right people get in. You get some
that's why, honestly, I just hope Corona kills more people. I'm hoping Corona kills more people.
It is.
I feel like I want it to kill more people.
Same with those people out running around, man. They keep saying all these people are running around with guns and they're getting shot and run over by the cops and everything.
You deserve it,
dude.
you stupid motherfucker.
There'll be more deaths from all that horse shit than there will be the virus.
Dude, they should just listen. They should just...
There's people shooting kids and shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're trying to die, it's a great time.
Yeah, just go walk around in Chicago. The mayor's doing a great job over there.
Black Lives Matter protests.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh
Do you see baseball and shit? All that
yeah.
fucking pussy shit going on in baseball? Jesus Christ.
I quit sport. That's what I said last week when they were changing names of teams and stuff. I'm like, I'm out.
How did you
dude.
see what
I'm
the
out.
Redskins did? They couldn't come up with something, so it's called the Washington Football Team.
No.
That's what they're going with till they figure it out.
No, what do you mean figure it out?
Dude, it's bad.
I'm happy with my sport, UFC. That's the one I watch. I don't watch any others. I like what they did. They didn't do a lot of bullshit. They kept going. They're running. They're doing their shit. They had the card this weekend.
Yeah, I like what they're doing. They're trying. They're doing their own thing. They're not making a big thing about it.
They're
they don't
not
have
jamming
to fight.
shit down your throat.
Just keep having fights.
Yep.
Just keep having fights.
Yeah, baseball was on its last legs to begin with. I haven't watched a baseball game since I've been a child.
No.
The diehards are like, it's back. And then there was one guy who didn't kneel, and then he got crucified, and he was like, look, he goes, I looked into the Black Lives Matter, and he goes, I don't agree with what they stand for in the background, and he goes, and I feel like it's shady, and their money isn't going to the correct places.
A bunch of lesbians, dude.
Did one of the Black Lives Matter guys just get busted for pedophilia or something?
Probably.
Wasn't there some sex trafficking?
It's just it's just black lesbians running a fucking terrorist organization, giving all their money to Biden.
I feel like the pedophilia thing is a fly flying around, and I just can't wait for it to land and somebody smash it. And I feel like it's close to people finally getting in trouble.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Well, also too, I've been hearing this, digging deep into the rabbit holes that Maxwell, who even knows if she's arrested? I mean, Trump said that weird thing about her, but who knows what that meant. And then there's no...
Trump's capitulating to the mob, too, now.
Yeah.
He's saying wear your mask, and they're saying that's reverse psychology. It's like, dude, I don't have faith in any of these motherfuckers.
The reason... I think the
said,
yeah.
Go on, I'm sorry.
No,
I was going to say he's saying wear a mask, and then everyone who yelled at him for wearing a mask is now like, oh, this fucking guy.
Dude,
it's because of the polls, dude. He thinks he's down in the polls, so he's going to say some shit to make people, like, alleviate some of the... Oh, well, see, now he said... I don't think that's... I think the people are... You're not going to convince any of these dummies to vote for him now. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't see what's going on, you either A, haven't looked into it, or B, you're missing a chromosome. Seriously. Like, look into it for Christ's sake, dude. You know, whether you like Trump or not, like, dude, there's no way you can vote Democrat at this point. It's crazy.
And how doesn't Biden look like? I don't follow politics, and all I see from him is that he is just a creep.
Dude, he's a super creep, dude. He's just a million years old. He doesn't even know what the fuck.
Everything
he
says is a lie out of his fucking head.
Yeah, he's been
since the '80s. He's been lying.
Yeah, and saying racist shit. Like, if anyone should be racist, be him.
Ridiculous.
When you know what I mean?
The Trump derangement syndrome. All these people watching their news and shit. Strong.
Yeah, I don't know where they're getting your news from, man. CNN is
blogs.
Yeah, blogs probably.
I don't know. And then even the Q stuff is like they got you chasing down pedophiles. It's like it's just an endless fucking drag.
And they banned him on Twitter.
It's stupid. Well, I don't know. I'm not on Twitter.
No, they banned people who were posting about it, like their posters. You know what I mean? Guys like take it and then repost it.
Oh,
try to. Who knows, dude? The whole thing's crazy. I like. There's no. What I was gonna say. There's no mugshot of Maxwell. Where's the mugshot? That's what everybody's talking about. Like, there's no mugshot. Is she in jail? Like, what the fuck? She hasn't done her like. Did she go in front of the court yet? When they denied her bail at the first thing.
They murdered the judge's family.
Yeah, that whole thing happened. You know,
like oh, it was a disgruntled lawyer.
Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen, dude. Except they did say that some documents are about to be unsealed, but again, we'll see. Now and then, right when it's getting close to, it's like you said, it's like so on the verge of shit happening, but then nothing happens, and they're like, oh, UFOs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Crazy is
UFOs are real. Everyone's like, what?
There's so much horrible shit going on. They're like, fuck it, give them UFOs. Just
dude.
give them the UFOs.
People are into it.
Pablo Lazar was right the whole time.
He was right. Yeah, I mean, dude, what? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
What a fuck
the whole thing's fucking clown shoes. That's why we're out doing our own thing.
Yeah.
Not really worried about it.
You just gotta live your life.
You do.
Because if someone stops me from trying to live my life, then I can hurt them with my hands. And my
Jay, that's what I gotta do is a result of violence all the time.
Well,
yeah, exactly.
It works. Don't fuck with me.
Yeah. Well, no, also I've put in like 30, 20 years, 25 years of training these weapons. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking use them and let people know I'm a fucking...
Yeah, I'm looking for a reason, dude. I'm looking for a reason.
God! To the throat.
I'm just waiting for a guy to step.
Yeah.
He's got to say one like fucking liberal thing to me at like a bar or something. Like, ooh, like you're patriarchy, and I'll just punch him in the throat. But it would be cool if someone did, so I could just get on. I could blow up off that, just like fatalitying someone at a Two Rivers or something. You know what I mean? Someone asked me to wear my mask out in public, and I just fucking ripped their throat out in the middle in the dining room.
Yeah, it's tough. I did have the last time I've almost got into something like a little tiff was I was walking my dogs, right? My dogs are crazy. Shout out to Merlot and Ziggy. They don't really like other dogs, I'm not going to lie. Right? So we're down at the dog park and another guy walks down with his dog, right? Now I've seen this dog. They never have it on a leash, which pisses me off because when my dogs see another dog that isn't on the leash, they start going nuts because they want to be off the leash. So put your dog, because one day my dogs are going to beat the shit out of that dog. And it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, your dogs.
Dude, they already did whoop a little terrier's butt before.
Yeah.
So
they're tiny dogs.
Yeah, they're baby. Dude,
they're tiny dogs.
They're not big fighting dogs.
No.
But anyway, so I'm down there trying to control them, and the guy walks down and just stands there. All three of the dogs are going insane now. And I'm like looking at them, like trying to get my dogs back on a leash because they're running around after a ball at the dog park. And the guy's just standing there going, like he's getting, like I can hear him like over the dogs barking, like getting frustrated. So I just look at him. Now it's difficult. I can't hold my dog. Now if I do that and someone else at the dog park and all the dogs start going nuts, I just walk and I take a lap. I take a lap and I go the other way. Or I'll come back in like 10 minutes and see if anyone's there. And if they're still there, I'll just go the other way because there's plenty of places to walk. Right? So he's standing there like stomping his foot. Like he wants me to leave, I guess. Like it's his turn. So I looked at him. I was like, hey, why don't you take a walk? And he goes, excuse me? I go, why don't you take a walk so that way the dogs calm down for a second? I'll be out of here in a minute. He goes, you aren't going to talk to me like that.
Oh, wow.
Dude, I was like this. I was like, dude.
You are.
I looked at him.
Said I just did.
No, I looked at him. I was like, hey, take a fucking walk. And he just looked back at me, and then his wife showed up, and then she grabbed the dog, and they started walking to the side, and I cruised out. The dogs all barked at each other, and I just walked by like just glaring into his eyes. Because, like, I don't know why. Like, I'm not like trying to, at that point, I was definitely trying to intimidate him, and now he doesn't really, if he's taking the trash out and I'm taking the trash out, like, he just looks down.
You hit him with the Teen Wolf.
Beta.
He just looks down. Dude, the guy's
little
pretty
beta male,
beer.
little bitch.
The guy's pretty big. He's a big, tall guy, but he's massive. He's definitely not in shape.
Can't fight.
Imagine if he would have my dogs were there, so it was a problem. I'm not gonna get into a fight with a guy at the dog park, honestly. But I do enjoy the fact that I can just look at him and be like, hey, dude, I'm crazy.
Yeah, what do you guys do in that situation if it pops off? Like, I mean, do you let them swing at you and just go, and then just be like, all right, dude, you gonna calm down?
No, you just grab
him.
him.
Fuck him up.
Yeah,
Grab a hold of him.
Yeah.
Sometimes though, you look at like some people are like it's every situation's different because of who you're fighting. But some people you don't want to touch. Some people I'm definitely punching because I don't want to touch them. But some people you're like, that guy's huge. I gotta grab him.
I think this guy in this situation, let's say some crazy thing happened. No, this was like right before the mask thing. If he would have came walking at me, I would have just kept backing up, and until he and then tried to kick his legs or whatever. I like that one. Like when a guy's coming forward at you, thinking they're gonna throw, and they're so heavy on the front foot, you just kind of kick their leg, and then he falls, or you trip him, or I would just honestly, I think because
double leg takedown.
Yeah, I would
Hands
just
up.
yeah,
Don't
and
hit
then
me.
boom, right to the
under.
legs. But I think because I know like I could easily defend myself with guys not knowing how to throw punches. I think I would try to do something like go for something crazy, like really
like
try
if it
to,
was caught on tape, it'd go viral.
like a highlight reel guy. You know what I mean?
Ridiculous.
Yeah. But when I was in high school. When I was in high school, I did a lot of stuff. Like there were a couple times where people, when I first started doing MMA fights, that guys wanted to challenge me that wrestled, and I put up some of those old backyard videos. But one time I locked a dude in a triangle in my friend Tim's front yard.
Yeah, but that guy's not trying to kill you.
No, but he picked me up and fucking slammed me. But like he didn't know how to, like if it would have been like more on my neck, I could have been hurt. Like I was probably drinking and stuff at the time, so I didn't know what was going on. But I still finished him in a triangle. But like, yeah, if the guy was really trying to kill me. Like,
every once in a while, we got teenagers that get into fights. They think they know how to fight because they pull guard 4 days a week.
That's pretty funny.
You know what I mean? They pull guard at the school and they do jujitsu and they try to get tough and they get embarrassed sometimes. But I mean, we do offer striking classes, so it's a whole situation. You know,
it's important to have.
It's a whole. You got to have boxing. Got to have some striking. Got to have some grappling. Got to be in shape.
I have a situation I wanted to bring up on the show. Last week, I went on the rail trail down in Easton, or Bethlehem, I'm sorry, and we were riding. And sometimes you see people with masks, and my buddy Kevin was with me, and we were coming back. We went by this guy, and he was running, and he saw us, and he took his hat off and put it over his face. And we just laughed, and we were like, what the fuck? So then we were coming back, and he goes, oh, here's this fucking jizz bucket again. I'm like, you think he's going to do the hat thing?
The jizz bucket. I like that.
So we start going, and he starts, like, seeing us. We're not wearing masks, and he puts it over his face, and we drive by, and we're sitting there, and there's a guy behind him on a unicycle, and we just are talking only about how fucking stupid the guy was about the mask. And I'm like, he's fucking covering his face with this sweaty fucking thing. Like, like, that wouldn't even fucking do anything. And then all of a sudden I go, how crazy is it that it's so fucking crazy right now that we overlooked the fact that there was a man on a unicycle on the trail? And I was like, yo, that wasn't the weirdest part. It was the fucking idiot thinking a fucking sweaty denim hat is going to stop anything from happening. It was not the man on the unicycle. And I go, how fucking weird is everything right now?
I want to get a unicycle.
He was cruising. He was just.
Doesn't those have really thin tires?
Yeah. I was just like, we were laughed so hard the rest of the way back. But there's always people on the trail give you dirty looks, and I'm like, you know how unhealthy it is that you're jogging with a mask on? Like, do you want me to pick you up on the side of the fucking trail when you pass out?
I just really think that they should just allow me to punch people directly in the face. Like, if you're going to look at me and give me a look, dude, that should be fight. You should be allowed to fight.
It's like, fuck you.
You know, because I don't do that to anybody. I don't do that to anybody, dude. I never look at someone.
And I didn't care that the guy, you know,
Like
I don't
this
care
one,
when
yo.
people wear masks, whatever.
Mike, how about this one?
Stupid. Yeah.
You're 400 pounds. Put a mask on. Shut up, dude.
Unicycles. Unicycles.
Um.
Did you guys eat any good food in Texas?
Oh yeah. We went to
Barbecue?
Tacos.
Yeah, we had
didn't
tacos.
get
Yeah.
We didn't get barbecue. We didn't have time.
We went to yeah. You know what? That
Chipotle.
pisses me off because my wife made ribs last
Chipotle,
night. It
dude.
was fucking good. But yeah, we did go to a place called Taco King.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Master Vic, shout out to Master Vic Production, shout out to the whole crew, Ten Planet El Paso East. Dude, that was such a cool event, man, because it was only the people there, right? We obviously were all hanging out.
Yeah, there was
we
no
were watching,
fucktards hanging
Yeah.
out, ruin it. You know what I mean? Bunch of fucking herbs.
We were watching UFC the night before on the mat, and then after the event, we gave Grace her black belt. Then people were like smoking bongs on the mat, like
Yeah.
right on the mat. It was like, yo, this is my these are my people, you know. And then the next morning, forgot to bring this up before. The next morning, we woke up and about like 15 of us that a lot of the guys who competed the night before. Me and JM didn't compete, but we've had previous matches with pretty much almost all the guys except for the Anderson brothers. But everybody else we faced at some point, and Keith we haven't. But and we just everybody went and rolled in the morning, so everybody was training together and shit too. So like, you know, you see these bloggers writing shit, they don't have a fucking clue what's going on. They like want to stir shit up, and that's what their job is to do. So, but yeah, everybody was training. Everybody was fucking smoking joints, getting some rolls in. Sorry if I outed any of the guys that were smoking joints and they didn't want, then their coach or whatever didn't want.
So
them
was
to know.
the event at a school?
Yeah, it was at the school. The school is huge.
So they
You know?
built like the stage and did all that. It looked
Yeah.
like it was in one
It's
of the
like a
regular
warehouse.
places that they hold them.
It's in a big ass warehouse and all the way in the back, like a back of another place. So, you know, nobody's messing with them back there. Master Vic runs that area too. So that's really cool. But that's, I mean, hey, we're looking at a place right in Bethlehem. We have a year. I checked it. We have a year left on our lease, and which isn't bad. I mean, we still, you know, that's good. That'll just, you know, we'll see if this other place is available. There's another place. It was a CrossFit place that went out of business. That's over by, it's like 5 minutes from the school, and that's a warehouse.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look into that too.
all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna look into that too to see, you know,
I
what's
hope
going
Corona
on.
takes out all these fucks, and then I get a good deal on a house, good deal on a business.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait on the house thing right now because I think I got another year at my apartment. Then I plan on buying a house or my townhouse or whatever. But I'm gonna wait because I want to see. Yeah, I want prices to go through the tank, dude.
I'm about a year and a half away from being able to make a move. So I'm excited.
But here's the thing.
I've done my,
I just want
my
land somewhere
penance
that
down
no
here.
one knows where to
Yeah,
get to it.
and then like a Batman entrance
Yep.
type thing with a moat. You know?
Oh, you think that's the entrance, but really the entrance is over here. Yeah. none of
And
that.
also, if we can find a place around here that's big enough, suits our needs, that's cheap enough. I mean, this place, the Mill, is a big ass place. We could do
It's
a
big.
lot of shit in there. 12,000 square feet, 5,500 a month or something like that. Like we could definitely swing that, and we'd be able to have a cage, whole ton of mats, the whole nine. And that's what we'd be able to do at that other CrossFit place. I gotta call Mike when I get out of here and just see if, because I tried texting a person and seeing what the deal was, but I don't know if I texted the guy who just went out of business. If that's so, he's probably not gonna call me back.
There's a warehouse. There's a warehouse right down the road. It's like an airplane hangar.
Yeah.
Like I walked there from here, and I was like, I wonder what's up with this place.
We need a place. We either need a place close. This is what I'm thinking. We either need a place close enough within 10 minutes of our school now and we'll move the school, or we need another place that's farther out or whatever that's cheap enough that we can do both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Either we move it all to one, that if it's a little more expensive, but if it's cheap enough and it's just a huge area, we'll just put our tournament mats down there and just have another
just
thing going on.
warehouse space.
Yeah, exactly. Fantasy factory type deal where the other one was mini golf and
There's guys who put
laser tag.
an indoor hockey arena down here, and they just started their own league.
Yeah.
It's like I never knew it was there. And when I worked
That's
over
cool.
at Moravian Hall Square, it's like, well, there's also a like a tumble school, like a gymnastic school or whatever back there as well.
Yeah, that's the
So-
thing. If we got one of these big ass places, we'd be able to do a whole ton of other shit.
Yeah. But that's what they're doing over there. And then there's space in that building. So I'm like, well, if there's two actual businesses in there, it's probably like redone like how the Linden Street one was. Because that was like air conditioned. It was all brand new. Like that guy put a ton of work into that building and then didn't have a pop on indoor golf.
Yeah, that and indoor golf, that's a tough one. But that's the other
Didn't
thing
even
is
look
like
fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could have opened up a business from scratch around this area and did it with martial arts and the way we're doing it. But now we already have a ton of people that already know what's up. And every time we move to a new, well, we only did it once, and it worked in Allentown. Anytime we open up a new location or move to a new place, tons of people either come back because they're like reinvigorated. Oh, I got to check out the new place. So you always get that. And then you get a bunch of new people that are like, what? I didn't even know this was around. And then they come in too. So, yeah, no, I'm looking into that heavily. The place in El Paso had a scissor lift, so that was cool.
I saw that. I was laughing so hard when you said it.
It's an essential piece of equipment, man.
Yeah, but if we did,
I wasn't kidding.
If we went to the mill or went to the other warehouse, we could build some shit out where we can have the podcast area. We can have everything all in one.
Yeah.
And I'm still looking to open up a coffee shop so we can money do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
The other thing too is like what you said. If you leave the school where the school's at, and then the other one would just be for events, studio storage, keeping T-shirts at. You can do it's
pro
nice
training
having options.
Just make it a pro training place for the guys that are going to ADCC and shit like that. Because right now, one takedown and people are falling through the walls at our place again. It's a good problem to have. But we got another year left, so I'm sure we can manage that. And parlay that into another
tapped.
place.
We were doing overtime, and someone tapped me when they shouldn't have because I ran into someone else. That shit pissed me off. I fucking can't stand that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people on the mat, which is good.
I'm trying to roll out of the back, and the dude's like
right in you.
I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, now if we ever, I think the mill's going to be the way to go. We'll have to see if it's around in a year. You know, I don't get my hopes up on shit anymore because shit changes so fast. But over there, we could build bunks. We'll put showers in. There's a cafeteria. We'll be selling coffee and shit.
And there's plenty of places like that, or you can build out like that better.
Exactly.
Like the layout was cool.
You can do one of those indoor surfing machines with the water.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Really, whatever.
Indoor skydiving.
You could get a trampoline. Just charge someone $5 to jump up and down.
Trampoline park. Yeah.
There was one in there. Went out of business.
Cotton candy.
You know what might have a lot of space that has nothing in it? The Westgate Mall. They might.
Yeah, but then you're in the mall though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
but
stuck in the mall.
no, but not to move our place though. Just to have the tournament mats and shit down.
It would be cool to just take over the mall.
Yeah, but then you're in the mall, and then everyone knows that where you're in the mall.
True. But what if the mall was like, hey man, you can have 5,000 square foot for like $800?
I don't know.
That's not going to happen.
No, and like those with how bad they're losing money. Even when Amateur Athlete left the Palmer Mall, he said it just ended so badly because like they just try and lock you into these fucking crazy contracts.
Yeah, fuck the mall, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
I like where that guy was, where the tournament was. That fucking old warehouse where you can clean it up.
In Copley?
Yeah.
Yeah, just get a
he
building
bought
no
that.
one fucks
Yeah,
with.
he bought that.
Yeah.
He bought that shit.
Yeah, fuck that.
I think right now since we have a year left at our lease here, we'll take our mats over there and just store them at his place for a while so we can just run an event every other month. And that's the other thing. People are pissing me off. It's, again, another good thing, the problem to have, but people are making me so mad with the tournament. I got to from now on, the finishers tournament is invite only. We had to change it to that. We know enough guys where we can, get the right guys in the tournament.
Sorry.
So.
I got to go, guys.
Yeah, I gotta eventually get going too.
we're
I
good.
got an
We only
insanely
got 6
busy
minutes left. We can wrap up now and be done.
nice.
I got to lift weights.
week. I got an insanely busy week too. We got a lot of shit going on. School's gonna be pumping. City of Compton. I don't know what I was gonna say, so I just yelled that out. But shout out to our sponsor, Rubber Guard Assassins. They have been sponsoring us since maybe 2 or 3 podcasts ago. So JM believes they created the Rubber Guard Assassins in his likeness because he is a Rubber Guard assassin.
Who?
No, you. Remember, you're like, that one podcast, you're like, I am a fucking Rubber Guard assassin.
Yeah, I am that guy.
I know, I'm just joking. But yeah, dude, check them out, man. They're always posting up shit from all over the place, Rubber Guard stuff. So, and yeah, check them out, man. They're on Instagram. They're always posting our shit up, seminars and everything we got going. We got a lot of Rubber Guard assassins at our school, which is really cool. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, man. NeverAgainStudio.com. Everything's on the website now.
Nice. Everything's on neveragainstudio.com.
Yep. YouTube's there. All that's there. You can just go on there, watch, listen to everything. 100%. Everything is on the fucking...
I got to hit up Quentin, too, because I want to get a commercial going for us down here and everything. So, yeah. Hopefully going back to strength conditioning next week so I can get that going. I can't let JM get bigger than me, even though he already is. I'm
Pretty
losing
big,
weight,
dude.
dude.
I'm
What the
getting
hell?
Fucking beefy, dude.
Traps.
I'm trying to slap Thor across the mouth.
Dude.
Oh my God, you heard it here first.
Actually, I gotta get on the testosterone or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Just
get on the juice.
Yeah, I might have to just. I'll be the guy. What's the one guy who like has to break them up and? Or no, wait, that's something different. Guys, forget it. I'm retired.
There's a lot of guys. I mean, there's rumblings of guys. You know, it's a weird job because there's rumblings of guys. You know, they're on the come up. They might think that I'm like an easy target. Like, oh, I want that match with JM. I keep hearing rumblings. Oh, I want that. I'm like, you don't want what you're asking for, brother. Trust me. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool because like they're jujitsu guys who think they want matches with me, but they don't want like I'll like I don't care what kind of match it is. I'm gonna slap you. Like at some point during a match, I'll probably slap you.
Yeah,
you know,
you should just
like,
give
just
him
to get
even
it
a
going.
fake.
You know what I mean? Because like I'm tired of this.
Well, didn't you
pit-pat.
almost do
My
it?
match with Zach Green totally sucked. It was trash. I fucking hated it. He just stalled for overtime.
Well, didn't you
and
pick
then
your
Thor
hand
did a
up
seminar at his
at
school.
the last time you competed, and they were like, no.
Yeah, they're like, please don't hit me. So you guys are fucking pussies.
Well, that
was
actually.
funny.
Speaking of that, would be great. That's great strategy.
They're in the commentary saying, I wish this was a combat jiu-jitsu match. I don't want to do combat jiu-jitsu and get hit, but it's the only way I'm into it. Like jiu-jitsu for me is boring. But there's just I hear just rumblings of guys like, I want that JM match. They think it's like a easy pickings, like I'm over here getting fat.
Who the hell would think that? But
So, right, but I make it up in
Yeah.
my brain to make me go lift weights hard and train like a fucking animal.
No, but
and it feels good to just
people are saying
just
shit
be in the
like that.
gym and fucking people. I'm 30 years old. I'm in my prime. So there's a lot of people coming in, brown belt, competitor, purple belt, competitor, you know, guys that want their black belt. You know what I mean? And it's not like there's one of them, there's like 6 of them. So like one guy asked me to roll, then the next guy's taking the round off. And then he asked me to roll after watching me roll against a tough brown belt. And then the other guy's watching that roll, and then they asked me to, you know what I'm saying? So everyone's like trying to take breaks and giving me their best shot every day, like 6 days a week. So that's how my life is right now. So I love it, and I just beat the shit out of everybody. I just fucking let everyone.
Saturday?
I just pull my dick out and slap everybody with it. So yeah, how about that?
douche.
That black belt. That's your fucking. This is your trophy right here. This is your trophy.
You ain't so tough with that badge
So,
on.
lifting is essential. Lifting and eating right and training a lot and
Where do you go lift?
flexibility. Made strength and conditioning.
Sir.
You know, I don't really trust my workouts to like myself. Like I don't want to like just come up with my own workouts. So like Craig is he's like a black belt in that. So I kind of go to him.
Saturday we had a bunch of guys come in that actually like want to be affiliated with us. Like,
Yeah, those guys are the man. But that's what I'm saying. There's guys coming in all the time trying to just give me tough rolls. They want to tap. See if they can tap JM.
So think about it. Like those
You know?
guys, there's like 4 dudes, and like the one guy, Jeff, shout out to Jeff Mock. He's a beast. I rolled with him. And this is like, man, if I wasn't up on my shit, like
They'd embarrass you.
I'm like broken and retired and hurt, and I still got to be. I can't be letting myself go to shit, or people are just gonna come through and embarrass you in front of everybody. Because when I'm out rolling or something, or he's out rolling, you best believe everybody's like, oh, who's this guy? I want to see him go against this guy. And then I got to take on one of the kids from Long Island, and he's like a blue belt or purple belt or some shit, but he doesn't want to tap ever. You know, shout out to Dylan.
Yeah,
that
giving
kid's
you
a
their
beast.
best shot.
Yeah,
Their
he's like,
best
I'm
shot.
doing everything I can. I took a round off. Not that these guys did this to me, but I took a round, like he said, I took a round off before. Now I'm coming at him, and then me, in my mind, I have to tap him with the shit that I advertise online. So I'm like, damn, I better arm triangle this fuck because he believes that I got a good arm triangle. And then if I get it, I can't let him get out of it. So I'm like breaking my own neck. But those guys came in Saturday. The one dude's had to be like 180, 185, you know, fucking stacked dude who's already a brown belt, you know, and knows leg lock. So he's not an idiot. So he's like jumping back. I'm 145 pounds. I can't get weight. He's jumping on my legs. I'm like, ooh, getting out of it. Fucking like, ooh, do a round with him. I'm like, damn, dude, that guy was, you know, if I wasn't like, I'm just thinking to myself like, okay, I can't just survive. I got to try to do some shit. So then like I rolled or whatever. I was leaving early Saturday. It was my niece's birthday, and I was sitting on the side with Matt Clambake. Shout out to Clambake. He's one of our black belts. I forget who else was sitting over there too. And the one guy tried to, I was like, right as I left, because like I know they're coming after us. You know, I'm like, oh shit. Like as we're changing partners, I told JM, like the guy is like, yo, let me roll with you. And he's like, hold on, I got this guy first. Then I'll fucking go with you, you huge meathead brown belt, strong guy. And the guy's technical passing. I'm like, watch out, that guy's got good passing. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna roll with this guy. And then I was about to leave, and I was watching him roll, and the guy like he was giving you shit in the beginning because he's so huge. We're not that big. We're not huge guys, you know. And the guy's like pass. Then he went for a pass, and you did like the Thor maneuver on him, like came back, Like my back would have, my spine may have fell out like Scorpion and that shit. And you took his back and choked him out. I was like, Matt was watching. I was like, ooh, shaking his leg. He was like, yo, I was like, you like, because sometimes the guys, I don't know, like Matt's a Clanbag is black belt, but sometimes I don't think the guys realize, because when I roll with some of the younger guys, I'm just trying to warm up. I'm not trying to murder them. You know, so then when they see us like having to actually roll, like when you're going hard or you're like really doing it, or like at a tournament and stuff, I'm like, you guys have.
If
no
you're the black belt,
idea.
you should be tapping everybody out. It don't matter how big everybody is.
Yeah,
it don't matter how big.
Especially when
everybody
you
is.
start those back control ones. Like that has helped me so much. That jiu-jitsu OT for I'll leave it after this because I know we want to go. But that jiu-jitsu OT, man, that is, dude, go back if you train at our school or you train sub only at all, or you just like jiu-jitsu. I don't know how you haven't fucking seen that.
Watch
yet.
UFC.
Yeah, pay UFC. And look at and that's the last thing I wanted to bring up. I know I just said that, but the last couple UFCs, Kevin Gastelum got heel hooked. There's people getting RNC'd all over the place. That one girl was in a calf slicer and reversed it into a knee bar. Like, dude, people are
Verdun by armbar.
Yeah, Verdun was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna stand.
That's overtime.
Yeah,
that's EBI overtime.
He just got the armbar, and you think, dude? What do you think? You think Gustafson's practicing his fucking armbar escape?
At all.
Yeah, idiot. You know, hey, people are gonna figure it out.
No one would ever put me there, but if you're there, you're fucked. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta
think about it. Think about it. When you want to know more, you know that, dude. People are still gonna get by on athleticism and toughness and wrestling and all that, but you gotta know the other part. It just gives you an added.
Invulnerable.
Yeah. Like, you're like, okay, I'm not gonna get tapped because people are on my back all the time, and I'm not gonna get armbarred. But yeah, I gotta go too. I gotta run around too. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Shopfinishers.com. We got some new shit. You got to come. People, come through the school, buy one of these. Come check us out. Say what's up to your boys. Say what's up to the squad. Come congratulate Grace on her black belt. And kiss the ring. So I love you guys.
Kiss the ring, bitch.
I love you guys. Peace.
I do gotta go. They're done.